Just boy, do yale, do yalo. I'm a magalo, I'm the yale. Kepaganche, I come near fellow. A kepaganche, I come near fellow. I better to Roma, come near fellow. Better to Roma, I come near fellow. But you got an girl. Makwega munguro Ango yale Mayo ango yalo Woman ango yo Ango yale Butchega ango yo Makwega munguro Ango yale just because we no get it, I was the guys we suffer. You know means say now forever. My brother, he go finish you. He go end. One day my day go break. Oh, my sun go shine. I go get you money, 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 and everything go follow me chop. When Papa God go bless me, my blessing go the flow. Money go the paka paka, houses go the paka paka, enemy them go follow me chop. Woman and go yo, and go yale. But you got in there, I'm a quicker mungolo. Ango yale, ango yalo, ango yale, ango yalo. Papa, I'm looking at you. I raise my hands in the air. I take my hand, but do not let me to fall down. I tremble back, I chill up my worship. One day my day go break, oh, my sun go shine. I go get you money, 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 and every day go follow me chop. When Papa God go bless me, my blessing go the flow. Money go the paka paka, houses go the paka paka, enemy them go follow me chop. Woman and yo, and go yale, but you got in there, my prayer mungolo, and go yale, and go yalo.
God bless you, Papa. Now when I stay strong, and all the leaders and for ambassador every day for praising. Let us see one now. We no go tell ya. For some years we be talking about Boya, but now we dey push close to that foot of the mountain. So we White House the presidency for Southern Cameroon. Boya. We get some focus. All the leaders they made a focus. No one I know people they want to one bring we for back. We the born before, we know the born back. No mabonge. Wonder mabonge, wonder mabonge, wonder mabonge, wonder mabonge, wonder mabonge, wonder mabonge, my Lord Jesus is so good. My Lord Jesus is so good. Oh yeah. For Amazonia, Santa Cruz for Amazonia. May God bless you. Mama Arinda. Oh, when I stand strong, may God bless you. We win the war. Even as we get plenty challenges from people who they fight with, when I put them aside, more focus until Amazonia be free. When I visit Team Marshall, I know they look like distract for them. We need to focus. All my brothers, all my commanders. This one is genocide is when God will declare for we. We get for focus. Until we reach for ya. Go. For 3 hours, so that no person who there for talk. And that one is we go reach Boya. We go reach Boya. If you don't believe with me, say oh yeah. the prison. They did Yahudi. They did Babusa. They did Fukuya. They did Duana. What they love for now. Now when I get hope, I'm going to stay strong. Even when I suffer how. When I know say one day. God will open that door them for that prison when I will come out. Now see my shot. From Basun at the top.
Chinese are ruling the Chinese land. Japan is ruled by Japanese. England is governed by Englishmen. America is governed by Americans. So Africa must be ruled by Africans. I wanna know the land. We must rule from Cape to Cairo. since the time of Malende, since the time of Pharisee, since the time of Malende, we must run from faith to Cairo. I said, we must move our purpose land. Purpose land. Oh! Okay, now I want to talk to my people. Ìrẹ́dànílà ó ẹ̀wọ̀ lọ. Ìrẹ́dànílà ó ẹ̀wọ̀ lọ. Ẹ̀bìlì sọ̀rọ̀ bàdà ní bá. Láwọn ìyá mi tó sùn. Ọlọ́fẹ̀ mú ó lọ́gbìnrin. Ẹ̀bìlì sọ̀rọ̀ bàdà ní bá. Ọlọ́fẹ̀ mú ó lọ́gbìnrin. Ọ̀fẹ́ mú mẹ́yà gbèrà bàbá. Ọ̀fẹ́ mú jásù yàrá kan. Ọ̀fẹ́ mú sísá yàrá kan yẹn. Omi ìjẹ. Kọ́lọ́rẹ́ omi ìjẹ. Òjẹ́ mẹ́rin ọ̀dẹ̀ máa bọ̀ kí sẹ́. Ọ̀fẹ́ mú òjẹ́ mẹ́rin ọ̀dẹ̀ máa bọ̀ kí sọ.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the broadcast. Again, we continue to ask. We want to know who owns the land. We want to know who owns the land. And this coming week, we will know who controls Bamenda, who controls Mezam County. We want to know whether it is French Cameroon or Ambazonians that control the city of Bamenda and Mezam as a county. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the subject of my coming to you today, and I would love you to quickly go ahead and hit your share button. I got so much to cover today within a short range of time. So please, let us quicken this. Go ahead and you hit your share button. It is going to be exciting. I'm going to be joined by Mezam County spokesperson who will tell us what is going on in Bamenda and what lies ahead in the days coming. We also will be talking exclusively to Field Marshal all the way from LBLM to tell us what happened to his camp yesterday. We all now know their camp was invaded and burnt down by French Cameroon invading soldiers in attempt to control our territory. We own the land. We own the land. I'd like to say good evening to all of you joining on Ground Zero, but also all of you joining in all of Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa, and the diaspora, Europe, UK, Canada, USA, South America, Asia, China, wherever you're tuning in from. Thank you for tuning in to ABC. This is a very, very important week, coming week, ladies and gentlemen, especially for the city of Bamenda, for the people of Bamenda, and for every Ambazonian. For every Ambazonian, we have continued to sing the song, we want to know who owns the land. We want to know who controls Bamenda. And this week will determine who has control over Bamenda, whether we Ambazonians do or French Cameroon invading officials, colonial officials do. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why I am here tonight. Please go ahead again, hit your share button and let these numbers jump. Let these numbers jump very, very quickly before I start bringing in my guest for tonight. Now, this is mainly informational. This is mainly going to be informational, and we want everybody in the city of Bamenda, and Mezam as a whole, to take particular note of the information that I bring to you today on behalf of this interim government and Mezam County and all of Ambazonia, of course, all of Ambazonia. So please, again, if you are in Bamenda, make sure you call somebody, let them know. The anchor man is right here, and so please do not touch your remote. I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to be back. I can see the numbers on my screen are jumping and jumping, and please go ahead, quickly hit your share. But I'm not going to wait up to 700 people to start because I have so much to talk about within a short span of time. So please go ahead and hit the share button as you join. Hit the share button as you join. Again, I got much to talk about within a very short span of time. Hit your share button. Hit your share button, gentlemen and ladies. All right, again, if you are in Bamenda, we need this information to get on the ground, to everybody in the city, While you do that, while you hit your share button, I would like to go ahead to get my correspondent, Comrade Sama Thomas, to join me. Comrade Sama Thomas, as you all know, is the spokesperson for Mezam. Comrade Sama Thomas is the spokesperson for Mezam. He will be joining me to tell us what is currently going on. Comrade Sama Thomas, it's a pleasure to have you back. Just hold the line, please. Hold the line and stay there. So, ladies and gentlemen, please hit your share button. Hit your share button. Again, I will not wait up to 700 people to start this broadcast, but it is very, very important we get as many people as possible to join on Facebook and the social media as a whole. So I come to you with the presentation proper. So please go ahead, hit that share button as I bring to you Operation Ground Bamenda indefinitely. Operation Ground Bamenda indefinitely. A few days ago, I think it was yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, we learned that the colonial governor of the northern zone in the meeting insisted that the restriction they passed on Okada riders and taxi drivers in the city of Bamenda will remain for as long as they want it to remain. In other words, he was saying that restriction will remain indefinitely. Now, this is what we are trying to do here, and we want every Ambazonian to reason with us, because what we are doing is very, very necessary. It is very, very necessary. We cannot have a few colonial officers come into our territory and shut down business, shut down commerce in the season, at a period in which many people have nothing to do to make money. These Okada riders have been depending on the 100 francs, 200 francs that they are able to make out of these hard times. But the colonial officers shut them down. And the colonial governor has now said that those restrictions are going to remain in force indefinitely. And so, for that reason, we are grounding down. The interim government is grounding down Bamenda in particular, and Mezam as a county. The good thing is that all the LGAs in Mezam had a meeting. All the LGAs in Mezam had a meeting, and they were all resolved. That they will support Bamenda 1 and 2 and 3. I don't know where there is 3, but they will support Bamenda 1 and 2 and the rest to make sure that Bamenda is completely shut down. And we are not shutting Bamenda down for 1 week. We are not shutting down Bamenda for 2 weeks. We are shutting down Bamenda indefinitely. Indefinitely. And so, the interim government has taken this decision to shut down Bamenda along with the Mezam administrators, Mezam County administrators. So beginning Monday, nothing moves inside Bamenda. No taxis will be seen, no private cars will be seen, no trucks will be seen. And if any colonial administrator think they can get their cars to their offices into their business location, they do so at their own risk, and they will take responsibility for their own actions. That is what this lockdown means. Nothing moves. Nothing moves. And if possible, we now understand that the colonial army, the invading army, is targeting farmers going to their farms and arresting them. So, if possible, please, if you are not in a safe area, just stay home. Do not attempt to leave your house and go anywhere. If you are not in a safe area in Bamenda, just lock yourself home and remain home, ladies and gentlemen, because now they find you with a machete or cutlass. They will pick you up, they will arrest you, but when their vigilante groups carry cutlasses or machetes, no, they are free people. But innocent civilians, armless civilians carry machetes to go to the farm. They are picked up, they are arrested. So, it is going to be a complete lockdown. No movement of any car whatsoever, no going to any work. Every economic activity in the city of Bamenda is grounded. All the shops in the markets are grounded. There are only 2 days coming, beginning next week, ladies and gentlemen, that the shops will be open. And those shops will be open on Saturdays and on Sundays. Any other day, every other day will be grounded, shut down to everybody. And that is now, that takes me to this point. When the colonial officers in Bamenda passed these restrictions, the reason we did not want to call for an immediate shutdown, like I saw some people were trying to do, was because if we are passing an indefinite lockdown or shutdown, people must be prepared. People must be made to prepare, to buy food, to buy drinks, to get medications, to stock their homes. That is the reason why we thought we should give a full week for everybody to stock homes before we declare a lockdown. We were also hoping that these people, these colonial administrators, we have to rethink. If they are normal people, they would have to rethink. So far, they did not rethink. They have instead doubled down. They have doubled down on that decision to ground taxis and ground Okada riders in the city of Bamenda indefinitely. So we are matching their decision with our indefinite lockdown. If Okada guys cannot do business, if taxis cannot do business, and if other businesses cannot do business because of these restrictions, then even their colonial offices must be shut down. And we do not want to see any official vehicle out there on the streets of Mezam and Bamenda. We do not want to see any car, any vehicle, whatever form in which we find it on the streets of Bamenda will be considered an enemy car, an enemy vehicle, a military car, a military vehicle, and will be shut down, will be targeted. There will be no excuse. No excuse. Even an ambulance car, it will find an ambulance car and stop it, and the occupants happen not to be patients or sick people being transported, or medical professionals being transported to the hospital. We intercept those ambulances. Every ambulance will be intercepted inside Bamenda, and the people in there, you better make sure you are medical officials or patients or transporting patients to the hospital. If not, you will have yourself to be blamed. So, beginning Monday, ladies and gentlemen, everybody in Bamenda, you stay home. Make sure tomorrow, being Sunday, go out and do the shopping you can do. If you have not done shopping yet, go out tomorrow, Sunday. Do your shopping. Load your homes with food, with drinks, with water, with medication, knowing that the whole of next week, until Saturday and Sunday, nothing will be open. Our restoration forces, the Amazonian restoration forces, are on standby. They are on standby in every nook and cranny of Bamenda. They are there, and watch out, we are ready to enforce this lockdown. And that is one of the reasons why we had to wait for a week to take this decision, because we don't jump out from the bed and make decisions without preparing for them. We have to make sure that there are people there to enforce it, and that is what we have done. That is what we have done. And so, ladies and gentlemen, everybody in Bamenda, this is for you. This is for you. I don't think this lockdown is going to be compared to any other one. This is not going to be compared to any other one. And so, that is for all of you there in Bamenda. Let me get to Samuel Thomas here, who is the spokesperson for Bamenda 2 local government. Hello, Thomas, sir.
Good afternoon, Secretary.
Good afternoon. Good evening, Tom. How are you doing today?
No, I'm fine.
All right. Now, I understand that all the LGAs in Mezam came together, had a meeting, and they are all agreed. They are all agreed for for this indefinite shutdown for Bamenda and Mezam. And not only are they agreed, they have put down the funds, the necessary funds needed for the restoration forces to do their job. Correct?
That is true, Secretary Chris. You know, when this when the occupational system think that what they are doing in the southern Cameroons is correct by them, that they should punish our people and go about doing business as usual, we are also going to stop them in their own tracks, as they will not want us to sleep. So too, they will not sleep.
Right. So, tell us about the preparedness of our restoration forces.
Well, the spirit down there is very high on the part of the restoration forces, and like you've earlier said, we are not only handling a lot of public soldiers, but we are also handling enablers.
Okay.
Like the group that was held in Kwen, in between Kwen and Bafut today, that call themselves Vigilantes.
Right.
We are not going to tolerate, as we haven't tolerated a lot of public soldiers for the past 4 years, we are not going to tolerate anything called vigilante in southern Cameroon. So let me also seize this opportunity to tell every southern Cameroonian, no matter your creed or belief, that when anything happens, don't look at it from a religious perspective. Look at it first as a southern Cameroonian, and not looking at it from the position of a member of my faith was taken. The question is, what was that member of your faith doing in the group, or wherever he was taken? What was he doing there at that particular moment?
Listen, we will come back. We will come back to that. I was prepared to talk about that. But let's talk first of all. Let's focus a little bit more on the lockdown. On the lockdown, what are you hearing from the people on the ground?
Well, I think that what is coming out from the ground is the city is already on in the lockdown.
Right.
But you have a group of people that are going about with business as if nothing is happening. So, because the occupational system doesn't want our people to exercise their human rights and to live as people, so too all of us will live. If they want us to live in darkness and in chains, everybody should be in chain. The town is gearing up for that, and everybody is prepared for it. For you're going to be doing business while others are not doing business as you are doing, as yourselves.
That is absolutely the case. Absolutely the case. And that is why we have said during this indefinite lockdown, it is a declaration of war against anything in La République du Cameroon's uniform. A declaration of war against anything in La République du Cameroon's uniform. All movement of vehicles in Bamenda banned between Monday and Friday. We don't care what form of vehicle it is, but every movement of any form of vehicle in Bamenda banned within Monday and Friday. Now tell me, Tom, there are always detractors out there when we declare lockdowns like this one. They like to go out and set confusion and counteract. I have not heard any so far, or have you heard any?
No, I haven't heard any coming up with their general plans, secretaries. But what I want to alert our people this time around is that everybody within the metropolis area of Bamenda should be very, very careful. Don't go out on the street because you want to go and see what is happening there. You might be taken as a spy,
right?
Either by La Republic soldiers, for they will be out to kill anything that is walking on two legs. So don't go out to check how the streets are. Do that through your window. For you might be mistaken by the occupational system or by the ARF forces. So everybody in Bamenda should take precautions to serve his life. Be on the safe side. And to be on the safe side is to be indoors. Better be in your house. Let whatever thing that happens to you in your house and not on the streets of Bamenda.
Absolutely. I hope that the people are hearing us and they are making these preparations. They are making these preparations. Now, tell me about these guys who were picked up in Bamenda, precisely my 5. Who are they?
Yes, some time ago, I put out an audio about the phone of Gwen and my 5. Some people from that area called me to tell me that that story was not true. But it is coming out today to be true that my 5, which has always been on the limelight of enablers in Bamenda as a whole, has now emboldened themselves to send out, those who have driven out all other ARS forces in that area. They've killed some have run away, and they are now going to the hideout of these guys to get them there, calling themselves vigilantes.
Let us be very, very sure. I just want to be kind of the devil's advocate here. Are we very sure, have these guys, because there are quite many there that I see, have they all been vetted to ascertain that these are all blacklegs?
Well, Secretary, investigations are still going on for us to ascertain exactly who amongst the number of persons that are in that video are blacklegs. For they have a leader. If after investigation it is shown that some people are there by mistakenly or were taken and happens to be included into that video, then those persons will be taken out. But if it is certain that you were a member of that vigilante group that was going to kill our boys, if you missed killing me, what do you expect from me?
Now, my understanding is that their leader has, a photographer actually had a photographing shop by Amu Mezam, and it is suggested that he is a recruit. This whole vigilante thing group is a recruit of Amu Mezam and the fund of Nkwen. Have you been able to ascertain this?
The very first audio that I put out in the piece, I did mention the fund of Gwen and some notables around that area that are the organizers and the sponsors of this vigilante group in that particular. By 5, or what they call Center Pole, is where the palace of Gwen is. And that is the center of all this evil that is like a cankerworm that is destroying the Southern Cameroon struggle, and we are not going to take it from the front of Gwen. We are not going to take it from anybody that wants to destroy the struggle. If you want to destroy the struggle, you yourself, you will be destroyed.
Do we know how long this vigilante team has been operating?
Secretary, I think I made that the audio I made. It is more than 5 months today.
Oh, okay.
So that is how old this vigilante team in that area has been operating.
Now, one surprising thing is that we don't see them with guns. I don't see any guns. I see only machetes, no guns. They don't carry guns or what? Because I know most La République du Cameroon sponsored vigilantes would carry sophisticated guns.
Well, maybe according to them, they've disarmed all Southern Cameroonians. There is no one carrying a gun any longer. So why should we give guns to vigilantes to go and look for these boys who are no longer carrying a gun? They gave them machetes because they've seized all machetes in all households in that area. So they know that everybody is not using but a battle stick, like the old British police in the colonial era in the Southern Cameroons. So let us give these guys machetes to go and face these guys who are carrying sticks.
Now, since arrested, I think that was, I guess that was yesterday, have they confessed who is sponsoring them, whom they are fronting for? Have they been able to tell our guys this?
Well, that part of the story or investigation is still to come out, but we are working with the representatives of Nkwen to ascertain exactly what story we have to tell. Whenever that story is out, let all of us will know.
All right. My hope is that a detailed investigation will be conducted, and by the end of the day, we would have known who they are. And also, I am very, very particular against picking up anybody who is innocent and mistaken for a vigilante. It is very, very important because our own people should not suffer unjustly. So please, talk to your guys, talk to your men, let them do proper investigation, and let only those who have been involved, engaged in this illegal activity, pay the price for it.
Yeah, Secretary Chris, I think we are in the process of that. Since I got the information in the morning, I've been there to see exactly who is not part of that vigilante.
Okay.
That should be removed amongst them, and let only those that were part of the vigilante and going to do us harm be harmed.
Good.
There is a story.
Yes.
That hunters are telling that if you shoot an elephant in the bush and you miss killing that elephant, even after 50 years, when that elephant sees you, that elephant will attack you. So an elephant never forget and never forgives. We cannot forgive, and we cannot forgive these vigilantes that were going to do us harm.
Now,
as they miss doing that harm to us.
Yeah, right. Now, one thing that is...
They will never go free.
Something that is still very intriguing, Samuel Thomas, is that why is Amu Mezam still operating in Bamenda, in Mezam, when we know he is the one sponsoring these guys that we see on the screen. We know, there is no doubt about it, they have defied every instruction, every injunction that we have passed out against them. They continue to transport the military into Bamenda. They continue to transport brasseries into Bamenda. They continue to carry people in and out of Bamenda. How come for all this time Amu Mezam still does business in Bamenda?
Well, Senator Chris, there is something that we are not getting about Amomezam. For the moment, so far as I am concerned, Amomezam is now run by La République du Cameroon occupational system in the southern Cameroons and not by an individual. That is why all their soldiers that are ferried to southern Cameroons are ferried via Amomezam. And if you can quite remember, about a month or so ago, there was an announcement asking people that are doing business around Amomezam agency that everybody should leave and vacate that area at least a kilometer away from that area, meaning the whole of that area which Amomezam is operating there is now inhabited by Bamilikis, if not Bamilikis, soldiers, so as to protect Amomezam's business in that area.
Well, if the place has been marked out to be occupied by Francophones, then let's have some collateral damage there if they don't want to yield to your instructions.
Well, time is the key to everything.
All right. Thank you.
And I think that they can stay there and do whatever they are doing. One day they will meet their Waterloo.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, comrade. Please stay on top of everything in Bamenda. Stay on top of everything in Bamenda, and let's get back on Monday to discuss what happens there, please.
Okay, thank you for having me, Secretary.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Comrade Sama Thomas, who is the spokesperson, one of the spokesperson for Mezam County. In a few minutes, I'm going to be bringing Field Marshal to talk to you live, to tell us what happened in Le BLM. There have also been quite a number of killings in the Banga. I think Malende also. Last evening, I'm going to be having Comrade Fombat to give me some briefings as to what is going on in Malende. We'll learn about 11 or 17 civilians were killed last night by French Cameroon soldiers. So, but again, we cannot emphasize this enough. We cannot emphasize this enough. We have made this very, very clear. Nobody in Bamenda should have to wait for the restoration forces to come around and do anything. The restoration forces have their specific assignment. They have their specific assignments to carry out during this indefinite lockdown of Bamenda. But every amber, when I mean amber, I mean every Ambazonian in the city of Bamenda, in Mezam in particular, listen, everything in La République du Cameroon's uniform, everything in La République du Cameroon's uniform should not live near you, should not operate near you. Whatever you can do as an individual, do it. Do it to erase them. Do it to get rid of them. Let Bamenda be so hard that they feel uncomfortable everywhere. And watch out. Watch out. Of course, we know many of them will now transform into civilians. Many of them will now transform into civilians, dressing as civilians by carrying guns to come after you. Be very, very vigilant around your environment. Know who is in your environment. Know who your neighbors are. Do not allow them to transform into civilian attires because we are going to pick them in uniforms. Do not allow them to transform into civilians and come and kill you. Whatever you can do, you can hide anywhere and do anything, erase them, cleanse the city of anything, La République du Cameroon uniform, you do it. You do it. So, let every civilian out there, every civilian in Bamenda, let Bamenda be unpassable for anything in French Cameroon uniform. Whether the police, whether the gendarme, whether they are army, they are invaders. They are invaders, ladies and gentlemen. They are invading our territory. So everybody in Bamenda, you will do that. And if you find any vehicle moving, take the plate number, take the registration number, let's have it. We will now pass it to the restoration forces and they will track it down. If you are a civil servant, please do not attempt going anywhere to your office. Even if they are going to fire you, let them fire all of you. Let them fire all of you. We are going to crucify them militarily and economically also. We are going to shut them down, let them know we control the city, ladies and gentlemen. This is the moment. We must, through our actions, let them know we control the city of Bamenda. That is that. So please, that is the message for Bamenda. I would like to join Field Marshal at this moment for him to tell us what has been going on in his territory, what has been going on in his territory for the past few days, let me see, I can get him on the phone, ladies and gentlemen. In the meantime, again, I'm waiting to get to Field Marshal to see what is going on, what has been going on in the BLM. We are aware that the camp was invaded. The camp was invaded yesterday. The camp was invaded yesterday, and they lost one of theirs. They lost one of theirs. Quite a number of French Cameroon soldiers were brought down. Of course, at the gun of the Field Marshal himself. So let me see if I can get Field Marshal online to tell us what is going on there. Eux, ils sont pas au courant de tout ce qui se passe ici à l'EBLM. Je ne sais pas ce que vous dites à leur famille, qu'ils sont où. Ils sont en train de finir ici innocents à cause de vos bêtises. Moi, je vais vous dire une chose. Votre appel va être renvoyé vers la messagerie. Oli tonge. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am joined by Fee Masha. I am joined by Fee Masha, who is reaching me all the way from his base, in Libya. Again, we are all aware of the attack that took place there yesterday. The attack that took place there yesterday, it was one of the most severe ones by French Cameroon soldiers. We have learned that about 100 of them, about 100 of French Cameroon BIROs invaded the Red Dragons camp and burnt down the camp. They had a good fight. They had a good fight with the Red Dragons. The Red Dragons succeeded to pull back after a good fight with the French Cameroon army. The Red Dragons lost one of their fighters, one of their soldiers, and but French Cameroon went down with quite a number. We'll learn, I think, about 7 or 8 or so, but I will allow the Fee Masha to give us that information. So let me talk to Fee Masha. Hello, Fee Masha.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How are you there today?
No, we're doing fine. We're doing fine.
Okay,
And
and
with the Red Dragon, we're doing fine.
okay, and your soldiers are doing fine.
They are cool. They are fine. They are fine. They are all fine.
Good. Now tell us how this attack yesterday it happened. Which time the attack it happened?
Okay. First of all, the first say I salute all the Ambazonian people. I salute my whole government and the Minister of Defense of Ambazonia and the Vice President. I salute them all. Yesterday, it will be a very tough day because the attack will start 7:30 for morning.
Okay.
Yes. They will succeed for enter my base because they will get a betrayal where it take them. But just all the controls them for Red Dragon. We will found them only inside base. Yesterday morning, I been listening the speech with President Ibidu with the Secretary for Red Dragon. I think that when I hear gun, it's time for Hala.
So there be one come reach for una come, everybody don't wake up.
All man be don't wake up.
And
the activities.
And you and your security wanna be listening for speech for president.
Yes, the last speech where President do was preaching. Because my God will be listening that speech before a year gone for inside barrack. And then they be down which side they got them come out. I tell them say military don't enter for inside barrack. But before that night, I don't tell them say this or something. It will happen. Let any man watch. Let not be know where it come. But I be tell them that was around 8 p.m. So as for the message, the special president of the for picking. I hear that on them. I tell them sitting for inside barrack. The insider will bring them. As I be talk, it take them does all the control for Red Dragon, broke bush.
Now, where the soldier, hold on, where the soldier they be they come from? They be they come from Menji, or they be they come from Azi, or they be come from both Menji and Azi?
They come out Azi, not Menji. Azi they come out.
Okay.
Because the direction, no, not Azi. They take Menji. They take Menji come.
Okay.
Because the place where they take enter. And I want to make the people themselves, they know, say, we don't trust them, we know their route. They pass through Funke.
Okay.
And then they enter bush, climb, dodge who I got the day for that hero. Enter bush. The climb enter now for middle, in between the gut. Will be there for that head side, that hero side.
Yeah. So they dodge. So they dodge all the spot where we not be get guard. They enter bush, for dodge all the guards on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because that's how they take an enter. Now only one post is the guard that side. And the man will bring them, if you know where that post a day. You know, if they pass for day, they will be fine with them. So they begin for take enter bush. Worker for enter for inside sector where they don't say they don't leave all guard them for outside. Now what is that way it will happen when they be successful?
So the question where many people want to know is how come they come too close so they enter on a compound before on a guards for the compound be fit for see them?
Okay, now the reason why they be enter, they succeed to enter. And I say when you get person, like an old soldier, we know all where you post them there. Where they stop anything from far.
Okay.
Because when we for inside barrack, we know all the points and we will security them there. But now when one person will come up for inside barrack, attention. Parce que maintenant qu'on dit que Fimachan est mort, même comme Fimachan n'est pas mort, Fimachan est bien vivant. Et vous savez quelque chose? Voici mon baby. When they be enter, voici mon baby. Elle est automatique, hein? Be more than 100 meters. Moi, je vais vous. For where the battle start yesterday.
Okay. So tell us what will happen time where they can reach inside Unakam. Where what to be happen?
Okay, now with the dust, enter bush, enter. I will get one woman where we come up for go live be bitter cola somewhere. They catch them. As I be year gone. Because when you enter for inside barrack, you get another guard also. And the insider, if he can't reach for the place where they got there for inside barrack, a dodge the place where my weapon, gun, for me a day. He want only see another soldier will be come up for inside barrack. Where they will go for carry find firewood. That soldier will go there like some 2 meters away from there before.
Okay.
And the boy will be talk to be stop that guy. Be talk say be stop that my own soldier. He say stop, come here. As he jump, he start for run. They go for the next place where he got there for inside barrack. Where the guy will bring them, don't reach circle that place where he begin for blow my gun.
Oh,
now because
okay.
If you know, yes, now because if you know, that my boy, that the others that will one go back, will be one run now, go she run for, he gone for blow, they done. Play around me. So if you only get for run from that place, follow towards highway, the other soldier them, the baby. And then they start for follow you for back. They shoot, they follow you for back, they run come reach for my own place. Now for their way, battle, it will take place because camp, my own camp, not in a camp, we just enter. You see one big barrack for this place. My barrack, I think it take at least about 1,000 or more than 5,000 square meter. So you know they should run for one place.
So there be also use now bush path for enter your own place or how they will feel come so to reach for place you day for day without your own security for see them.
No, the problem with them I say when person don't be for inside barrack, we know all freedom we there for inside barrack. They know. They walk out for they see the bring how did the worker for inside barrack. That's why the field capital reach for my own place where I be there. Because the first reach for the first place, where I be first be, where the betrayal of also I be there. But I be not already come out for there. I ship small. So that's why we see for year that gun. Where they start for shoot, they start for fire.
So the gun where you hear where they start for shoot was on the main camp or what?
It was on the main camp. It be there for inside main camp for gate.
So that one be so that one be now that one make you know say attack a day.
Yes, now for the main base, now for the main gate where they got the camp.
Okay.
Now from there was here gone. Well, I tell my people them say this gun them then for inside barrack. The Kelebe don't enter for inside barrack because what will happen? One of my secretary we get problem. Where some people have come for VZD. And when they VZD, they go. They be cash a woman, cash a pekin.
Okay.
Yesterday. And they see there with them, catch another one woman.
How many people
Again,
how many people all together then be catch and go?
They catch 4 people and then they release 1 man. There remain 3 people where they take go. They carry them take and go. Yesterday. Not 7. It was 3.
Oh, so they be catch 3.
Yes. Where they go with the 3, on overnight with them, take and go. And what will be happen after the battle, the long battle, we battle with them yesterday inside the base. I watched all team where it happened because normally none of them began for go free yesterday. But since they don't really know, say when they enter Red Dragon territory and they catch any person, they don't say, see much with the Red Dragon. They don't go fire. And as I make this life, are there for life now, I might explain them. I might explain Ambazona people. Even for the Kelebe, where they work out yesterday. I did betray or we do this in nonsense. A commode go. This betrayer, this insider will know where my factory is. After we finish battle for inside base with them, and lead them to go where my industry may be.
So from your camp, after they attack the camp, the traitor lead them to go to your factory.
Yes, you go for my factory.
Okay.
But thank God say, since we be no say, if he bring any equipment for my camp, after I will lead them for go where factory day. I will not remove everything. Red Dragon will remove the factory. And after when they finish battle for inside base, they lead them for factory. The chef for themselves they don't fit for see anything. And what they talk now because I want to make them hear me well. Say I will follow them. And then even the betrayer, well, hard to worker. Before they reach for government car, 10 the Kelebe be there before. And after the 10 the Kelebe, he the man says the betrayer of the whole worker sick. Wear mask for your head. Well, we want shoot himself yesterday. Kill him. No one hear me fine. Now me see my shot the same. Of Ambazon talk. For tell them say, if you be one for kill them all yesterday. But then, but they feel like thank God for that civilian them would be catch them. That is in that way because the same place will be the way them. What be for that place.
Now,
that place for February will be kill them.
Tell me, when they came to your own location, we learned that there was fire exchange there. What will happen for there when you will exchange fire?
We exchange fire because not we just enter for my own barrack. And then you go free. Because when I make my barrack, I put guard them for all sides. I don't say before even the enter barracks. We must do, if they not be dodge my guard place, they not be get any chance for enter for inside barracks.
Bon.
Because now for road
Maintenant, je vais aller en
and for all
français.
the entrance, all the roadway is there around
Je
the
veux que
barracks.
République.
It will be all secure. But when they enter
connais une
barracks,
chose.
the first place, the first gate
Que moi, je suis un
for
combattant.
enter, when you don't ready for inside barracks.
Je suis
If
un
you not be
militaire.
done that one, the pass for the
Pas
place.
déjà le militaire de la
Not
République. là.
say sometimes even
Moi,
the
je
student
suis
will
un
be catch
militaire
and
bien
pick up the
formé.
worker. They for all
Mais je
that.
veux que les gens
But
qu'on
thank
envoie
God
ici
say
à l'EBLM,
they be
les
done.
militaires qu'on envoie à l'EBLM
Like
tous
I
les jours,
for
tout le
key
temps,
my own civilian way, nothing
ils
will
doivent
not
poser
like for
beaucoup de
do.
questions.
We exchange with them.
Même les familles
But
des
we're
militaires qu'on
inside
envoie,
barrack.
ils viennent mourir
And
ici
not
tous les
even
jours.
all them will be there for inside barrack.
Ils doivent...
They take the same road. Go for
Moi,
go find
si
my
c'était
industry
moi,
because some of them begin for carry their people
le ministre
away,
de la
they
Défense,
get injury or die.
je
Take them
vais
come out.
continuer à envoyer les
They
militaires à
go. And
l'EBLM.
then by that time we
Parce
So
que moi, je sais que la famille,
we
les gens
learn
vous envoient
say
ici.
now you say
Ils
if
ne
you
sont
start
pas au
shoot,
courant de tout ce
how
qui
if
se
you start?
passe. Ici à l'EBLM.
it's not true because
Je
I
ne sais
began
pas ce que vous dites à
at
leur
least about
famille.
7 meters with them.
Qu'ils sont où?
So, and I began for do everything. It cannot be do what we began for do yesterday. For blow them, put them down, and not be fit for pick. We not be fit for pick anything from my own place where be there. Even phone, and not for fit for pick them. If you are not be sight and because as they be enter for the main gate, according to what they be treated to tell them, all come now we're running, serious shooting. But I began for find my own background, for stay for do something so that they pick anything from my place.
About how many of them altogether they become? About how many of them?
All the one that would be, there was at least about 120 or something. Because by the time we go for industry, the number will be reduced, and I believe that the number will be reduced because they begin for carry their people where they get injured or die. Chain road, by the time the other people go for industry, about 120.
Now I understand say they were born when our men come too.
Everything inside the main base was burned. Everything mattress, and then with by one general, we be for that guard, where they do some, where they do some.
Ils sont en train de finir
The
ici
key around
innocent.
the first gate because
À
they
cause de
come
vos
up with their daily activity.
Moi, je veux vous dire une chose.
So they take
Faites
act.
très
The first
attention.
shooting for you
Parce que
back,
maintenant qu'on dit que
and then
Fimacha
after
est
they
mort,
follow, takes more axe, broke your head.
Or they take axe,
Yes.
broke your head.
Yes, they take axe, cut your head. One carry you yesterday for go bury him. Where all your brain, you don't come out.
So it will be the only person that way when I be lost them, is it?
Yes, not the only one that we will lose.
Okay. I hope say when I be safe, where when I did now.
No, the message we have, I feel pass them now. Now say, La Republique, they waste their time for Red Dragon. According to what way they receive them, and what way they use for receive them. But I don't go for the two. I don't know what they call them for English. For go for back for the two. I will go back for revenge. The whole dragon will go back for revenge. And this revenge, madam, wait. They go here. They get their lucky. So they run midnight. This same group will enter. They run for midnight. Run for the BLM come out. Because when they reach a law, they tell me which time they reach a law. But no problem, no day. The one they want to do as they menji. And they promise them, send a meeting marshal for Amazonia, FMA. We they promise them, let them wait. Menji as they go tight for we all.
All right. All right. Every other person inside when I come there, okay?
Every person, it is okay. We be all okay. For we just don't say nothing just happened. Now so it is for we. But the only thing we'll get now with soldier, general, we die. But by one general, or one soldier for Red Dragon die, and the Red Dragon, they go for revenge. We never kill at least from 100, from 1,000, we never rest.
All right. Fee Masha, you get any other message for Ambazonia?
Okay. Okay, fine. The only message what I give for Ambazonia and all my colleagues them, all generals them, for inside Ambazonia.
Maintenant, je vais aller en français.
No permit
Je veux que la République,
for whole phone,
et qu'on ait une chose,
for inside your barrack.
que moi je suis
Yeah,
un
it surprised
combattant.
me. It surprised me. You did say so now. How come? Because the question where many people would ask is, how come somebody go fit be inside your camp, fit to communicate with these invaders so that they come attack when I don't know. How come when I believe people hold phone, they carry phone inside camp?
Okay, the problem will happen is almost about 2 months today. Where I be hear this particular
Je
man.
suis un militaire.
He call, I want not say get phone. He take call na secretary phone. I ask secretary because if you do that call, now me, I pick that call because secretary, he not be there. I say you, he say you this one. I said, but which person you phone you use? He say back phone. I said, but how? If you go back phone, how now this money number, your number, or your name, they go come out for phone. I said, take phone for your hand. He can't deny say no get phone. Until when before you run for inside barrack, they seize the phone. They hide them. They can carry them. So the only thing what fit tongue say, wait till it go happen, it go happen. But man no general. If you not trust any person, general you want to hold your phone. Because general no go betray your own people. And the only thing I go talk again for all the generals for inside Ambazonia, say na me FMA at the talk. Make all when I wanna stand strong. I made the interim government they stand strong. When I don't ever know say when they attack Shimasha, he come, the red dragon. Now that time, the dragon, they fly, they do terrible thing. But the time they don't come. And I go tell when I say the red dragon, we get another weapon where they call them say.
No, you don't need for go for that one now.
Okay. Okay, fine. But the thing I want to tell when I say red dragon they is strong, it is fine. Nothing just happened. When I go here we and they talk so many Kelebe made them tools they hear. Say that me. They waste their time every day, say they want find Shimasha, catch them with the red dragon. But I go only talk say shame. Big shame for them. Because to this war go finish. They head for Shimasha where they find them. They don't ever see that head. I love them. I know if you train Peking can't catch me. They request.
All right. Fee Masha, was good to hear your voice. Everybody out here, they wish una safety, and but una also get for take good control of una own security before God will come inside. They say God help those who help themselves. So una remain safe. Wanna remain protected, wanna remain secure, and wanna not feel let down on our own guard so far as security is be concerned. When I know say they know road for area where when I did and they know will use that road for come there, they will find their own way for come. So when I give for know that and be ready all the time. All right. Okay. May God bless when all, okay?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right.
You, sir.
All right. Bye. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Field Marshal himself of Ambazonia. Now I will quickly get to London. I will quickly get to London, where Fombat is having some story coming from what is happening in the southern zone, particularly in Malende, where we learn 11 people were killed. 11 people were killed yesterday. Hello, Fombat, sir.
Hello, Secretary Chris.
Yes, tell me, please. We learned that there was an attack in Malende, and there have been attacks in the Banga, and so many people have been killed. I'm referring to attacks by French Cameroon soldiers. What do we know, sir?
Yeah, Secretary Chris, I think the Fako County, the Moyoka LG blitz today. Today has been a very, very sad day for us as a people, as Ambazonians. One thing I want Ambazonians to know is that, yes, the information that there was an attack breaking this morning by colonial terrorist forces from French Cameroon is confirmed, and we have over 11 deaths. Our young people were rounded up early this morning, by the terrorist forces.
Precisely in which town?
Precisely in Malende. I think the thing is, I think this ADF propaganda, they managed to convince some of our boys, and they promised them heaven and earth. They promised them all the sophisticated weapons that they could find on earth. I think that notion got into them, and so they decided to work with the group, with the ADF group. And unfortunately for them, they have, as I'm talking to you, they have no material, even one single den gun they don't have.
But I don't understand what you mean. Are these boys who were attacked, are they our boys, or are they ADF fighters? When you say that the ADF deceived them, they would give them weapons, you're saying that they were in ADF camp when this happened?
Yes, that is confirmed. They were in ADF camp.
Okay.
And there is some manipulation around it that I really want Ambazonians to understand.
Yes, what is it?
The thing is, when we preach to our people that these groups, they will take us nowhere. These groups they will always lead us to doom. It's like our people become so zealous, and they think that we are lying, because not up to 2 weeks ago, these guys came back to us, and they were actually willing to come back, because since they have been there, they are completely armless.
So they left. Let's get the story right. So essentially what you are saying is that these guys were persuaded by the ADF to leave the ARFs, join the ADF. When they joined the ADF disarmed them. And now a lot of public soldiers came and killed them.
Exactly, that is what I'm saying, because just like I was saying about 2 weeks ago, a few of them have come to us that they really want to belong. They really want to come back, because there is no way forward with the ADF.
Okay.
I think about last week they had about 2 guns. One of the guns belonged to us for the Moyoka LGA, and something happened. I don't know how it happened, but when I found out from the general, he said they got a call from the ADF guy. They got a call from this their general in the northern zone, who is causing a lot of havoc everywhere. And they said, no, those guns are their guns. They should send the guns to Meme. They took the guns and sent to Meme, and those boys became completely armless. And because they have decided, or some of them have been...
Hold on a second. These boys were referring to, they left the ARFs with guns, is it?
Exactly, that's correct.
They left the ARS with guns, went to the ADF, and then they were disarmed.
They were disarmed, that's correct.
And then a lot of people came in yesterday, and they were not armed, and they were killed.
La Republic came in yesterday, and one thing I'm trying to figure out is because why is it that La Republic is coming just a few days when these guys have started agitating and showing their willingness to come back?
Now,
So this is something. This is how Ivo died, because a lot of us talking here, we had words with Ivo, General Ivo, late General Ivo. He was showing that same willingness, and at the end of the day, we always find out his corpse. So there is a game. There is a game here that this ADF, they will need to explain to Ambazonians what the agenda is, what is going on.
now, how many people did you say were killed?
11.
Now,
11.
out of the 11, any ADFs?
All ADFs.
No. I mean ADFs in the sense of, I mean, vis-a-vis those who left the ARFs and went to the ADF. Those who died, were they were they the ones who left the Ambazonian Restoration Forces and went to this camp of the ADF, or they died with some members of the original ADF?
Those who died, originally there was this ADF spirit, but we managed as a county to quell down that spirit, and the guys understood. For example, when Commander Wazuzu died in Muyuka, it was that same instigation of the ADF. So after his death, a lot of these guys realized.
I'm sorry. What I'm trying to find out is whether the only people who died were those who left the AROFs to join the ADF.
Yes.
So there was no original ADF member among the 11.
No, originally we had no ADF in Muyuka, in Fako. Originally, since from the onset, we have had no ADF in Fako.
Oh, so essentially, they had left the ARFs, then reconstituted themselves as ADF, is that?
Yes, that's correct.
And
that's
created
correct.
a camp as the ADF.
And they created a camp as the ADF.
So eventually they began to grumble. They want to come back to the AROFs, and what you guys are thinking is that the ADF now sold them out.
Exactly, because I've spoken to about two of them. I've spoken to about two of them this morning. Before you called me now, I was on the phone with one of them.
Okay.
So I told them I was going to speak out the truth to the Ambazonian people.
So tell us what this guy told you about this incident. He was one of them. He definitely escaped, right?
Of course, he managed to escape. He was very, very lucky, because that night when they were discussing, they were having their chat. What he told me is when they wanted to sleep, something was tricking him behind. He had a spirit. That spirit of don't stay here, don't stay here. So he managed to drill away a few meters away from where these guys were. And the only thing he could hear was serious gunshot. So where he slept, he just slept and escaped.
How many of them were in there when the attack took place?
Well, I didn't go to that detail to ask how many of them. But all of them that were surrounded were slaughtered.
What is the ADF saying about the attack?
The ADF has not made a single comment.
And that was supposed to be their camp, correct?
Of course, that was supposed to be their camp. They have not even made a single, even on the Facebook post, none of their activists has commented about it.
So essentially, they lured these guys in there, they gave them no weapons, and then they sent a lot of public after them to crush them and kill them.
Exactly. That is what I'm saying. Because when the guys started agitating that, they wanted to come back because they were seeing no way forward with the ADF. No way forward with the ADF. for more than a year, no way forward. They had 3 guns. Those guns were taken from them by the ADF. And then out of a sudden,
But hold on there. If you say there was no ADF in Fako until this team was constituted, then who took the guns from them?
That's what I was trying to say. That one of those guys told me that big number from the northern zone called them.
Okay.
And said those guns, they have instruction from their hierarchy that those guns, that you send those guns somewhere to Meme.
Okay.
So when those guns went to Meme, because somebody from Meme, I'm still going to find out who from Meme took those guns from them. So
okay.
When they came and collected those guns, even the general for Fako County called me, and he was telling me those guns belong to him. Those are his guns. He gave those guys to assist them. He gave those guys the gun to assist them because they were crying that they don't have weapons. And since they are his brothers, so he realized that he cannot leave his brothers stay without any arms. So he gave them those guns for their self-defense, for their protection. ADF manipulated, big number called them, without even any correlation, they disarmed them.
And for how long were they there disarmed?
They have been disarmed, they were disarmed last week.
And this week the attack came.
And this week the attack came.
Well, I hope that every Amber Restoration fighter on the ground is hearing this. When we say that there is a chain of command and people should respect the chain of command, people think they can just jump here and there and do their own thing. Listen to me, if you're a fighter out there, there is a chain of command in every LGA and every county. You lack anything, look for your security chief, look for your LGA chair, look for your county chair, direct your frustrations to them. Do not be lured. They are coming to lure you. Oh, come over, we will give you this. Come over, we will give you that. You go over, they disarm you, and they now send La Republique to come and kill you the moment you begin to agitate. Look at 11 innocent souls have been slaughtered for their own making. And listen to me, restoration fighters, anybody sending you money, anybody telling you they want to support you, because they come through support. They come through support to get to you. Anybody telling you, I want to buy you a phone, they may buy you a phone and put a tracking material inside. I want to give you a gun, they may give you a gun, put tracking material inside. Somebody want to give you a gun, let them give you money to buy the gun. And if your equipment is not coming from your local government, from your county, be very, very watchful what you are getting and from who you are getting it, because they give it to you, they will take it back with your life. Yes, Formbad, please, go on.
Yeah, there's also been another problem in Fako with this Sokadef, this so-called Sokadef. I don't know, they are in the acting. I have brought this complaint to the interim government. I have laid this complaint even to members of Sokadef. But up to now, we are having no results. The civilians around Bafia up to Muyenge, I think they have been crying, they have been complaining of harassment from these Sokadef guys. So
I think I have heard, I have got somebody written to me about what is going on in that Bafia. But Bafia, is it part of Momo or Meme or Fako?
It's Fako.
So why is Fako not taking care of that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So as of today, the civilians in Bafia, they got pissed off and they surrounded those Sokadev guys.
Good.
And they arrested those guys. And I think they have handed the guys to our restoration forces.
Perfect. They know what to do. Listen, I mean, that was the right thing to do. How many of them did they round up?
About 7 of them were rounded up.
Good, Good. And this message should be sent to every community in Ambazonia. Any fighter, so-called fighter out there intimidating people, harassing people, abducting people, going for ransoms, let the communities begin to stand up to them. I don't care what good you have done in the past. If you are out there harassing people and ransoming people and so on and so forth, let the community rise up like happened in, where is that, Malende?
Yeah, like in Bafia.
In Bafia, yes, in Bafia. The community should begin to stand up to those rooks, arrest them, hand them over to the restoration forces, and let them handle them like those so-called vigilantes that they pick up in Bamenda. We should begin. The civil society, the community should begin to track them and police them. And if you can, round them up, put them in the hands of real restoration fighters, as we are hearing in the Bafia. Yes.
So yeah, right now we are monitoring the situation to see how we can resolve the issue. My last word will be to our people who are listening on ABC and those who watch this clip maybe later.
Make sure we get a video of them, please, and parade them on ABC.
Okay, I would make sure that is done. What we are telling our people is that we condemn and we will forever condemn as a Fako County any form of harassment of our civilians, any form of torture of our civilians, any thievery amongst the fighters on the ground, whether you belong to what organization or you belong to this interim government. Yeah. We will stand against that, and we will make sure that we make our people believe that they are the first defense that we have on ground zero. There is no call for, and our people should know that when this thing happens, if they arrest any fighter on the ground, they should look for the general of that community, the general of the LGA, the general of the county, and hand those individuals to them. What we will not tolerate is civilians arresting fighters and giving them to La Republic soldiers.
Yes, any civilian or any group that arrests our fighters and hand them to La Republic du Cameroon soldiers, or even sneakily giving La Republic du Cameroon soldiers the hideout of those boys. I don't care if those boys are kidnappers and ransom takers, as we say. If you betray or disclose their hideout to any other force than Ambazonia restoration fighters, you will be considered an enabler. An enabler, I don't care if you wanted to get rid of the bad ones. All reporting should go to the Ambazonia restoration fighters. We have so many genuine ones out there who are putting their lives on the line and doing the right thing. Every arrest in the community should be directed to the restoration fighters.
Yeah, thank you, Secretary Chris. And our people should also know that we have ground rules, we have code of conducts. Our restoration forces are educated on daily basis, whether on a one-to-one call or in their defense forums. We have the responsibility to educate them on the ground rules that we have on how to execute this war and make sure that our people, our civilians, feel that they are home, feel that they are protected. So we are working on that, and it will also be very, very important that if something is happening on the ground and our people cannot reach out, they find it inconvenient to reach out to those restoration forces, they should reach out to the interim government. Send their complaints to the interim government, send their complaints to their county leadership, and make sure that their issue or their complaints are addressed, because we in the Fako County, we are bent on addressing issues that concerns civilians and our restoration forces on the ground.
All right. Thank you, Fombat. Last word before you go. I have only 4 minutes to leave. Tell me, there are some people are saying that those people killed in Malende were sand dealers or sand diggers, they call them. But you said you spoke with one of those who escaped the attack, and all of them were fighters.
Yeah, I spoke to them. I can confirm that I've spoken to one of them just now. Just as I said before I came on this call, one of them called me.
And
He's
they are
a
not
guy that
sand,
I've
and they
been
are not
doing this
sand
to.
dealers. They are not sand traders.
Yeah,
They were fighters.
There are people that were convinced by the ADF. That is
Okay.
a reality. We will say the truth, no matter how it hurts. There are guys that were convinced. They fell into this caption of big language and promises that Christmas that will never come from the ADF, and that is why they fell into this trap.
All right.
We are bleeding because most of those boys are known to us. We have been working with them tirelessly. But because they thought that from the language from the ADF, they were going to get the ammo card, they were going to get whatsoever to defend themselves. I think they fell for that.
All right.
But now I think they are realizing themselves and they are really on their knees. So we are still open.
Do we know how many of them are left?
Yeah, I know how many of them are left.
All right. All right.
Left.
That's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for calling in, sir. You have a great day.
Thank you, Secretary Chris.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was again Fombat Dieudonné joining from London. Before I go, I just like to read this. I like to read this message that I received from Bamenda a few minutes ago. This message I received from Bamenda a few minutes ago. Now listen to this. This is coming from Bamenda. Revolutionary greetings, sir. I am sending this to you with a very heavy heart. I am traumatized each time there is this echo of the wailing of nursing young girls, old mothers and young boys in the cultural hall in the cultural hall in Bafut, those thugs went to a neighboring quarter, a quarter called Mbebali, Bafut. They arrested nursing young girls, old women, and young boys, took them to the cultural hall Bujong Bafut, where they are currently living, and gave them snake beatings, untold beatings. One happened to be an orphan. The women were released same evening. Why this orphan was released the following day? He came home with his buttocks peeled and looking like roasted ripened plantains. Yesterday, 2 armored cars with well-armed, deadly-looking thugs of French Cameroon came and ferried the rest away, 3 of them to an unknown destination. Sir, it's about time we also started thinking of hiring mercenaries to work hand in hand with our forces. These people should leave our land, and with pain. Now, this is coming from somebody out there in Bamenda today. She actually witnessed this herself and sent out this information. This is what is going on. They are going around and picking our people and taking them to torture centers where they torture them, peel their skins and make them look like roasted plantains, she says. So, for you in Bamenda, please avoid falling into the hands of these thugs. Avoid falling into the hands of these thugs. The days ahead are going to be very, very dire. And please, if you can stay home, stay home. You want to move to somewhere, maybe too late, you can move tomorrow Sunday, but after tomorrow Sunday, there will be no movement. There will be no movement. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this message has been made very, very clear for everybody in Mezam, everybody in Bamenda, in particular. Again, remember, every one of us, every civilian has to become a fighter. A fighter. Nothing in uniform should exist, should walk freely on the streets of Bamenda or in all of Mezam. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a message. I look forward to seeing you on Monday. I look forward to seeing you on Monday. Coming up after me is the analyst. The analyst is coming up after me. Let me take this caller. I don't know whether he knows I'm on the line. Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Hello. Yes, this is Secretary Chris. You know that, right?
Yes, Chris Ano. Evening, sir.
Good evening. Listen, I will talk with you off. I am live. I will talk with you off the lines because this is very critical. I don't want anybody getting to know whom I'm talking with. Okay?
Thank you, sir. Call Jero. I'm reporting from Bamenda right now.
Okay. Good. I will call you. We will have to talk before I bring you on the air. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was too sensitive to bring him live at this moment, but we will do that next week. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that Bamenda is ready. We are all behind you. We understand your pain. We understand your suffering, but know that we are doing this for your good. For your good. God bless you. God bless you. I look forward to being back here on Monday. Thank you very much for watching.